Hello everyone, my name is Julia Kriворучко and I have been teaching English since 2015, and today I want to share with you of some basic ideas that are very important for those who has just started and kicked off in learning English as it is. So tip number 1. First, you should understand what is your purpose and what is your actual goal in studying this language. Why it is important? There are different areas in language as it is. For example, everyday life communication, preparation to exam, traveling, business communication. These at least 3 different areas demands us to use absolutely different type of vocabulary. It is very important because if you will use the vocabulary from the academic amount in your everyday communication, people could consider you very even rude because you demonstrate your high knowledge, very specific one, and it sounds very hard and complex in everyday communication. All academic words sounds very special, like they sound strange, I would say, in everyday communication. That's why collocational phrasal verbs and idioms and contractions exist just to fasten our language and make it faster, make it more easy to understand, because the main goal in collocational language is to understanding between speakers. Thing number 2, after you understand the purpose why you need this language, what is your actual goal, you need to find the materials which corresponds to this purpose. For example, you cannot use speak out or solutions for children, for example, or English file, or some very speaking type student books and course books which help us to develop our speaking skills and everyday communication knowledge, but they absolutely lack of academic vocabulary, so that you need to find this really corresponding materials to your particular goal. Another example is when you need to prepare to business course, you don't need to use complex academic phrases and units, because you probably will not have time to do it. So the thing that you need to do is just learn by heart several phrases, their usage, their examples of some situations, and to take part in trying yourself in them, like try them on, try on some situation on yourself, and try to understand how you will feel in them when in these situations, and act them out really. And thing number 3, after you found these materials, you really need to understanding in order to understand it's better, you need to substitute it to the system that your teacher or your course book or the student book proposes to you. Why it is important? Because many times I see the variant when students come to me, not so often if really, but once in a year, I really face with such situation when students come to me and say, I trust you, but I want to be like a master of the process. I want to control it. I want to really be the manager of the process, that you propose, like after that I just ask, what is my role here? What should I do then if I'm a teacher but I cannot decide how to guide you? He says, you just be present and just help me with some tips and some stuff. Yeah, but I will control everything, and I know what to do. I know how to study. I already found materials. I learned that. I heard this in YouTube. I read this article and other stuff. So if you really want to study like this, you need to think twice, because if you already know the system how to study, you better probably to choose the self-educational sphere without a tutor. And it's very important not to mix them together if you really know the system, that you don't want to allow other people to take account and to take part in this. Another side, the other coin of the other side of the coin is that you can accept what the tutor recommends you, and you able to do it. You can do your self-education, but at the same time, when you take a particular system and you are not a teacher yet, you haven't scored the 8 goal in IELTS, 8 score in IELTS, and you really cannot recommend other people how to, especially teacher, how to do it. And you really need to, unfortunately, you really need to substitute to the system that the teacher proposed you. And it concerns not only accepting of particular teacher's method, it concerns course books as well, because in my experience, it is very often when students cannot accept the system of the course books themselves, whatever modern or like cutting edge they are. The student try to find some problems in every unit or in types of tasks. It means that the students are asking such question as, why it is so strange, this pronunciation so different or diverse? Couldn't they have made it easier in 1996? Or like asking me that why it is complex, and why not only about complication of the language, but they give questions like, why can't English people somewhere above, or I don't know who they meant actually, or who they mean, why can't this specific language deciders decide to easier the language itself, to make it easier, and to uncomplicate it, and to change the rules? Why can't they I don't know, change the spelling to make it easier to understand and other stuff? So if you are a teacher and you hear something similar, then, or you ask these questions, then you probably the person who really cannot substitute to the not only to the course book, but I would say to the system of language, to the type of language that you choose. So the English is a type of language which is really diverse, and it has very different and difficult a little bit history, phonetical history, language history is this, and at least 5 types of invasion in history, where the nations really invaded in and took control in political area, and really brought the language to English. For example, brought Danish, or brought even Celtic, for example, was brought to Brits, in AD. After that, Roman Empire took control, and they brought Latin, and then Norwegian invasion wars, and they brought, at least as I read, 30% of language includes French Norman, this nowadays it's called French elements in language, phonetical, it concerns pronunciation, and it concerns writing, spelling, for example. So including at least these three invasions, it means that a language should be diverse, and it couldn't be something. It couldn't be otherwise. Yeah, like it is as it is. And the most important thing for all learners of this language is, I was a learner and I still learn, and I can tell you in my own experience that I wasn't born with this language, you know, like I wasn't those baby who just opened her eyes and already started speaking English. No, it really took me some time, some years to learn it. And I can tell you that if in secret, or maybe not a secret, that first 2 years were absolutely not that disastrous, but they were not effective. And the first 2 years when I was a child and I was teaching it, I was learning it, I didn't feel the result, if really. I only felt it's hard and hard and hard, why so many words and other stuff. And I just felt as you feel when you ask me, can't we simplify it? No, we can't. And I'm telling you, really, that until I hadn't tried to substitute to it, and until I really accepted it to my heart, that yes, it is complicated in pronunciation, yes, it is diverse, yes, it is impossible to find rules to pronunciation of some words, yes, it is, but I accept it. And as soon as I accept it, everything changed. I just accept it as it is. And if I would be a psychologist or, I don't know, philosopher, I would even say that I think it concerns not only language, but here I'm an educator of language, so I'm talking about language, that at least for English and for language, the best way for us to move and to achieve goals and to bring up our level is to accept language as it is, and never try to change it, and never try to in our language, in Ukrainian, we say to come to the tempo with your own with your own government. Yeah, so do not try to do it, do not govern and do not try to change it to your personal needs. And when you will do it, when you will accept the language as it is, when you will accept all the diversity, all the misunderstandings here with the pronunciation and different types of it, with different, when we have sometimes when we have different stresses in words, well, with all the aspects of it, and strange translation of some idioms, and when it's not like literally mean what it is written in front of you. Yeah, so like it's usually all idioms, they are not literal as it seems. We cannot translate them literally. And when you will accept it, will not try to change it, then you don't try to change it, that everything will change for you, and you will really achieve a success. So thank you for listening to me and for this video. And it's Julia K, teaching English for you. Have a good day.